Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to how to create a Mugen character tutorial basics. Basically now, we talked about specials, how to perform a combo going from the ground to the air. If you're trying to do an air combo, you can just take what you did from the part where the character went to the air and just utilize that as an air combo. You don't need to state typeset coding because you're in the air. The coding doesn't matter right there. You just have to work on vel sets and basically change states. That's it. For projectiles, it's a lot easier, and it's a lot simpler than most people would think, So right now, as you can see, I have basically dang, I forgot what I was gonna say. Hang on. Give me a moment. Give me one moment. Aha. So, I've been coding, as you can see the name there, this Mugen character or not. And when you're doing a projectile, or you want to toss it from the air, whatnot, remember this, because this is crucial. This is crucial. A lot of effects, a lot of movement, and a lot of projectile tossing usually have a second number. The X and Y columns. They actually play a major role in terms of movements, heights, how far you want the character to get sent flying and whatnot, how far you want him to hit the ground, how fast you want him to go, etc., etc. And when you're doing this kind of coding, when you finally sit here and do this coding it has to take some time to do, in which everything looks smooth and such, or everything looks, pretty much what you want it to be. Because at the end of the day, when you do velocity for projectiles and whatnot, just know that the first number you put is the X column, and then the second number is the Y column. But here's the problem though. You figure though a positive number will be going up. It actually goes down. Whereas when you put a negative number, it goes up. So you gotta remember that. Those are two little details that are very important that you should remember. So if I want to have, a character sent flying, there's ground velocity. Anything with velocity is usually meant how fast you want the character to go and how far you want him to go, or her, want the character to go, to be more precise. Alright? To which, you have this basically concept in terms of if you want the character to be juggled, if you want the character to have some distance away from you so you can catch a breather, and think about what you're going to do next, It's a lot of multiple things that you can think about, and whatnot. So when I made this projectile for this character, it's meant to slam them to the ground because it's an air it's an air attack, That's just it. But it's meant to throw the projectile and hit them, and they get sent, back downwards in a diagonal kind of like motion, but at the same time they're going really, really fast. Let me show you.
それじゃあ始めるとするか。
Round one, fight!
And there you go. That's just it. That's just it. It's like that. The combo that you can pull off when you do these kind of things, you gotta make sure they're linked up and everything, which we talked about in previous versions, in previous video, about how to link up basic attacks with specials and whatnot. But now that we got all this figured out, now that we have everything we wanted, it's time to work on the hyper. And the hyper attack is pretty simple. It's practically a special. You know, it's everything else. Your coding from the basic attack to the special, you know, and then basically when you do a hyper, it's practically the same thing, just maybe just a little bit more coding. That's about it. That's all. Nothing too much. But let's get to it. This is gonna be a short video. I'm gonna try to make this as short as possible because there's not really much to talk about once you start learning how to do specials and such. Because once you learn the specials, congratulations, you now know how to actually code actual special attacks. You know, that can be used as basically as a climbing step to get to learn projectiles specials, projectile hypers, and then hyper attack hypers. You know. All right. So literally, you don't have much really to do. It's the process is always rinse and repeat, like I told you. You know, I told y'all this, and it's rinse and repeat. So right now I'm just throwing anything together. For the most, I'm throwing anything together. Like, that's just it. Alright. Now that that's together, I'm going to make another action number. Alright. Alright. One more. Two more. Yeah, two more. I'm gonna do like this. This is kind of like the lengthy way of doing it, you know. There's the slam. Technically speaking, I don't have to actually do this. Yeah. Also, I think I said this before. I think I have said this before. You don't always have to make new animation, like new animations every time. You can also rehash them, in which I think I should probably do that. It'd be easier. That's 13, 20, and 13. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's do that. All right. Let me make these blue boxes real quick. I'm gonna speed up this real quick. All right. That took a minute. Whew. If I was to look back at this, it'd be like, what, 10 minutes I spent on this? At least at most 10 minutes. I think that's about right. Yeah, about 10 minutes. Getting all the blue box, the hitboxes, collision boxes and such. Yeah, that's about right. Alright. Whew. So this is what it's gonna be. Right here. This is the hypers combo. This is gonna start it all off. Alright. As always, you gotta add, kick. Animation number is 2000. The state depth is gonna be 2000. Hit animation is 2. Damage, I'll make 30. I don't really care too much about the damage right now. Insert. Alright. I'll leave this light. Hit time 30. This will be 30. Try to do in the air, I'm gonna drop it to 0. This will be 2. Cover 0. There we go. Pause time 6. 30. 10. trigger 2 equals excuse me, 7, 11, 15, 19, and then 23. 23 is going to have his own different thing. So 7, trigger 3, equals L. Oops. 11. Now the reason why I say do it like this is easier is because it's more organized. I think I showed y'all the other way before. I don't remember because it's been a minute, but I do believe I think I showed y'all the other way of doing it, and it's a bit like lengthy going across, you know, the whole CNS file, and you don't really need all that. 15 was the number. Oops. I do believe it's 21. Let me see. No, it's 19. And it's 23. Alright. Let's just get rid of this real quick. Let me just copy this. Hang on. Copy. Paste. 23. Alright. Now, when it comes to this, as you see this top bracket says state 2000, comma 1. You don't want to have the same thing like that. So I'm going to put state 2000, comma 2. And then this is going to make them fly up. So it's 2, negative 4. Let's get a vel set in here so that way I don't stand still doing this kind of thing. We're going to have 2 vel sets instead of just 1. As you can see, the last hit on this attack, which will be 23. 23 is going to be on a different coding thing away from 2, 7, 11, 15, 19. Alright? So 23 is going to be the initiative. And what I should probably do is do it like this. Hold up. No, I'm right. Hold up, I got it right. Well, we're gonna find out first, anyways, to see if it's actually legit or not. You know, we're gonna find out, so it doesn't even matter. 4. Negative 3. Alright. Now, since this got more than what I expected it to have, move hit, trigger 1 equals time equals, how much time is on this one? How much time is on it? Let's see. Takes his time. 65. Value 2050. Control 0. I'm gonna change this to change state so I'll get confused. And I'm scrolling past things and not realizing this. CTRL control means basically where you have control over the character once the move is done. Anytime you have an exclamation mark with move hit and it doesn't hit and whatnot, control is always going to be 1. Point blank period. And the reason why I'm saying this is because when you do this kind of thing, you want to make sure that you have control over the character. Because if you're fighting the CPU, you have no control over the character. You're stuck in that animation until you get hit, or just stuck in the infinite coding error. So these kind of things you got to take note into actually doing. All right, 2050 animation. I did say we're gonna rehash some things, so that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna rehash some things. 1520. Frame 20. Yeah, 20. This is gonna be in the air. One, two. Change the attributes. I'm just throwing random numbers in there, which I highly doubt will matter, to be honest. Eight, 16, 24. Let's go for 32. All right. Get that set up real quick. Let's go back here real quick. I want to get that spin kicked. That was set. There we go. It's okay to copy and paste animations, frames like whatnot. I'll change it up a bit like that. What else am I missing? Go. Now we're gonna go down and do this real quick. We're gonna give it a positive number now. 40. Oh, the pause time. Hold up. There we go. Heavy. I think I got everything I wanted. Yeah, I think I got everything I wanted. Alright. So now that's taken care of. This is, I guess this is done practically, to be honest. I mean, nothing else you can really do with this. And then for this part, you don't need much. I'll put 2090. Get rid of all this. Work with gravity. Where's gravity at? Right here. Here it is. Trigger 1 equals 0. Now let's come back up here. We're gonna get after image, and we're gonna get super pause. Here we go. 2 new things we're working with here. Move time, move, don't need it. Animation, don't need it. Time, 20. Animation trigger, 1. That's it for that. Alright. Transparency, keep it like that. And this you can change over time. You know, this is something you can play around with and enjoy it. Be colorful, be creative, etc. 65, 32. 32 plus 65 equals 97. So that's what I will put. And I'm going to put another coding in here called, oops, remove on get hit equals 1. There you go. We're gonna be messing with this a lot in the future. Well, I am eventually. Excuse me. I'm gonna mess with this a lot because this plays a lot of role if you're using after image and whatnot. So keep that in mind. All right, practically we're done. This is the whole coding now. This is everything we got from the ground to the air. Right. Now, before we do anything else, we need to involve a state type set because, technically speaking, yes, the last frame of this animation, not the last, the attack animation for this part does go up to goes from ground to air. So, in short, we're actually gonna need this. Let me make sure I got everything right. Hold up. Yeah, alright. Alright, now that's all done. Cool. Now let's do it. Command center, as always. Gotta love the command center. And there's this. A plus C. Y'all can name the movesets whatever y'all want. I'm just giving you guys what you should know and whatnot. Alright? Now, alright, let's go back up. Let's go back up. I'm gonna keep this right here. Alright? I'm gonna keep this right here. Right now, let's continue working on this. Hyper combo DF plus A plus C. So basically, weak light and strong attack. But yeah, light and strong attack in the combination. Marvel vs. Capcom inputs for hypers or whatever, basic input for hyper combo. Alright. Now we're gonna type it out like we did before. Right. Now, this is something we're gonna do differently now. After I finish off this real quick. There we go. Alright. This is gonna be something different now. We're gonna type in this. Trigger all equals power is greater than or equal to 1000. Trigger all equals state type cannot equal air. This means that this coding cannot work in the air. It is strictly ground level. That's all it is. So when I use this coding, it's supposed to work for ground level, for the ground only, not for the air. Alright? So I insert my combos automatically, you know, all the move contacts and such. So let's put it in add update. It's here. It's all right here. Now, let's test this bad boy. I want to see if this works. Alright? This is where the testing begins. It literally rinses. Oh, we got an error. Oh, that's I see the error. There we go. Remember, I told you wording is very crucial. Caps and lower caps play a lot in coding when it comes to commands, because if it's not identical to each other in some shape or form way, like a password or whatnot, it reads as an error. So you have to be very, very careful. Alright? So if you're using caps in your words and such for your commands and everything, you have to make sure that they're identical to each other. Always double check. Alright, let's try now. There you go. Alright. So when I wrote this command I can actually just go through it. If you double click on a certain one of these, they just jump right to the coding. I wrote this command. When I wrote this command, trigger all equals power is greater than or equal to 1000. Power is your power bar right here. But I don't have no power in it. Space bar. Now we have 3 bars. Nice. Alright. Now, this is something you guys need to know. Alright? When you're doing hypers, if you don't have power bars inside of your hypers and whatnot to do the performance, press the space bar, you get a full bar of power and then technically full health. Now let's test these coding. Let's test to see if this coding actually works. Alright. Hold up. I missed the red boxes. Hold up. I think I did. This has one? No, it doesn't. Well, let me fix that real quick. Hold that thought. There you go, right there. Oh yeah, I didn't put a red box on this either. How did I skip past this one? I was so in a rush doing the blue boxes because I hate doing the blue boxes mostly. But hey, it's got to get done one way or another, right? So. That has a red box on it too. That has a red box. Okay, see, that's not bad. We missed like what, two boxes?
Round
cool.
1, fight!
Here we go. And why did it not trigger the second one? Oh. No, 250, 2050, 2050. It's the state. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Remember this. We have to change this. Actually, hold up. 22. I'm gonna slightly up it. 0.25. And then what I'll do from there is I'll make this 3. Let's see if this works. Now, if this does not work, then I know this is gonna need to be changed, which I should probably do right now, right? Let's try that. There we go.
Round 1, fight!
There we go again. Let's try it. That's not what I want. Oh, slammed him. We have to give this a change state also. 2090, right? 2090. 11. Okay. Excuse me.
Round 1, fight!
There we go. She's got to fly a bit higher. Let's make a -6.
Round 1.
There you go. There you go. See? That works. If you want, you can always, if you're doing something like what I just did with that attack, you can always up the air velocity. It does not matter, you know, as long as you're able to link everything together, you know. See? I'm probably going to put this as 5 because it's a bit fast. And there's not much, you know, kind of like, it's so fast you can't really see it. There you go, see? Alright. Now, if you guys notice that the power bar did not decrease, right? Remember when I said I was going to keep this right here? You see where it says power add? -1000. I did that. Now, this is not going to get nothing. This is going to be 0. This is definitely going to be 0. And this is not happening.
Round 1, fight!
Now, here we go. There you go. What I probably would do for the power add, because it does say 0 and whatnot, maybe I can fix that. Give me a second. No, that's good. Yeah. Alright. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it. The power add went 0. The power bar still going up. If there's a... I usually like get rid of the power add when I do these kind of things, so that way they don't have to appear and whatnot. So let's try that.
Round 1, fight!
You know, it's gonna keep adding up for what I have in mind. But yeah, that's pretty much it. This is basically everything you wanted, you know. So, not everything you wanted, but this is everything I wanted to get done and whatnot. Alright, so with that said, that's the end of this tutorial. Alright, and then last but not least, you know, the next part, I teach you guys about sounds. And then from there on, you guys learn palettes, how to make your own color palette for a second and on color palette for your character without butchering the first one. Alright? So with that said, remember, every time you add a new CNS file, you want more supers and hypers and everything, go down here to your definitions, the extra states. Just always write another one .cns, make a new CNS file, brand new one, and then you save that one in the Mugen folder, and then there you go. Alright, so with that said, I hope you guys find this tutorial knowledgeable and very helpful for you. You know, this is all basic stuff. You know, after this, we're done with, we got one last thing to teach y'all, we're done practically. I don't have to really do too much of anything else for you guys, you know. So yeah, that's it. Thank you guys again for watching. You know, like, comment, subscribe, and all that other good stuff. We'll keep up to date, and I'll see you guys in the next part, or in the final part. I'm going, everybody. Peace out.